streets of Cincinnati. Welcome to the jungle! Let's go. Stripes, 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 yeah, stripes, 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 orange in the day, black in the night, stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly, the beast is awake, orange, black and white, cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and stripes. Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle, dripping heat. Tigers strike the city streets. East side, stand up. West side, stand up. If you reppin' who they, time to put your hands up. Bingo stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the pounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move dancing on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange upon 'em. Bingo bottle, never stop it till the beast and know who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Now who wanna move dancing on? Now who wanna move on? All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole, and yes, I'm a little fired up because we're one day away from the freaking Super Bowl. God, I can't wait. I don't know about you guys, but I am fired up. I am ready for this. I'm ready for them to get this over with. So, do me a favor. If you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. I'm up to 1,498 subscribers. That is awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or anything like that other than the YouTube channel, and you have yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so. Please go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscription button, hit the bell for notification, and every time I go live, you'll be notified. And also exclusively, as Rowdy Everlap just did here in the chat crew, we're doing super chats. So if you want to make sure your comment gets read or you just want to support what I'm doing, give me a super chat. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave. And the Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, Rowdy just started off here. He says he's calling out T. Higgins for a C notes. Dude, I agree with you. I think people are sleeping on T. Everybody keeps talking about Jamar. I love Jamar, but you double Jamar, which they may or may not, T's going to ball out. So what's up to everybody in the chat? Joe, Craig, Royal Flush, Haas, Richard, Brad, April, you're in there. Who else am I missing? Kane's in there. Hunter, Jeffrey. Anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome to the show. It's Friday. This is a fun football Friday show. This is awesome. I am working really hard trying to get my boy, and he made it, Josh Cavalcante. He is a Bengals super fan. He's formerly of the Bengal Broad podcast. So if you guys ever listened to that and loved it as much as I did, you know who I'm talking about. Let's get to him right now. I'm so excited.
How we doing?
Josh, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. Sorry, a little bit of technical difficulties over here. The link was not working on the laptop, so I am currently joining you via iPhone. So I can't hear too well. I'm sure my audio is a little jacked up as well, but glad to be with you.
Oh, you're good, dude. You're good. Trust me, I'll talk loud enough so you can hear me.
Yeah, I know that. Been around you a few times. Always a pleasure to be around you.
Dude, I love hanging out with you too. Like, Josh, we're 2 days away, brother. We're a day and a half, actually. It's 5 o'clock or whatever, however technically you want to say it. I am so freaking fired up. This has been the longest damn week of my entire life. I cannot wait to get this over with. I can't wait till Sunday. How are you feeling a couple days out here?
Well, initially I was pretty excited about having that week off just to give my heart a break after 3 back-to-back weeks of
right.
excitement. But now it's kind of like, man, I just wanted to get here. The nerves are starting to ramp up. Obviously, everybody, I live near Chicago, so not too many Bengals fans up here. I know a few, but about the only one I think that works at the place that I work. So everybody's obviously coming up to me, hey, how you feeling? How's it going? Get all the Bengals memes sent to me from all the Bears fans and Colts fans up here. So I'm extremely excited. It's kind of funny. Been invited to several Super Bowl parties up here, and as I just stated, there's no Bengals fans up here, and I've turned them all down. I said I am not watching the Super Bowl with you guys. It's going to be me and my 2 boys in the living room, locked into the TV. I don't need any of your side commentary, no comments from the peanut gallery. I want to be locked in on what I want to see and what I want to pay attention to.
Yeah, exactly. We're actually going to go to a local bar here in Cincinnati called Bucketheads, where they actually take reservations, because I kind of wanted to be around a whole bunch of crazy Bengal fans. And I know a lot of my friends are going up to 16 lots, which is, I don't know, a good hour to 45 minutes from my house. I'm like, that's just a little too far for me to drive up there. So we're going there. It's got wall-to-wall TVs. I cannot wait. Dude, I don't know about you. I'm not gonna be able to sleep Saturday. I'm already. It's Friday, man. I'm already like.
I haven't been able to sleep all week. I've been tossing and turning and waiting for this moment. I mean, how long we've waited for this, especially guys like you and I and many other Bengals fans out there. Waited 33 years for this. I was 7 years old last time they made it this far, and it was funny. I took my boys to the Bengals Raiders game, and I was trying to give them they hear the word 31 years since we won a playoff game, and they hear it, but I was trying to give them a little bit more, perception into reality. And I said, hey guys, the last time they won one of these games, I was 4 years younger than what you guys are right now. Right. And all of a sudden their eyes were like, whoa, like reality kind of set in.
Exactly.
But, we've waited a long time for this. There's no other fan base that deserves it more than we do, and I'm sure there's some out there would argue with us, but a lot of misery, a lot of down moments we've been through, a lot of situations where maybe we thought things were going to start turning differently and they didn't. And here we are, and they finally have.
Well, let's talk about one of those periods of time where we thought things would be different. Johnny Paps has brought it up. He said, please, let's discuss the BS. Carson Palmer, Rudy, Chad, Jeremy, Hushazada, Willie Anderson, Justin Smith. He wanted to pretend the Bengals didn't come close. Please, if you haven't heard, and I heard about this right before I went on the air, Carson apparently went on some radio station and said that even if Joe Burrow wins a Super Bowl, he has to decide if he really wants to stay with the Bengals. Are they going to put together a winning team? Dude, they're in the Super Bowl. They're already put together a winning team. By the way, the offensive line that Carson Palmer had his entire career here is 10 times better than what Joe Burrow's got right now. My opinion, that's on you, Carson. That's on you. You're the only one that's pissed off. TJ doesn't say anything about it. Chad doesn't say anything about it. Hell, Takeo Spikes, who never made a playoff, is repping the Bengals. But Carson's out there going, oh, you got to make sure he's going to stay, and they're going to spend money. And dude, I'm so sick of this dude. I mean, I loved Carson when he was here. But I don't. How do you feel about that?
Well, I didn't see the whole interview. I saw about a 30-second snippet on James Rapine's All Bengals site.
Right.
And I feel like every time Carson Palmer speaks about the Bengals, it always kind of gets blown out of proportion a little bit. But at this point, man, it's also getting a little tiring. Like, we don't care what your opinion is anymore. I mean,
Right.
How long has it been since you've been gone? Andy Dalton had more success than you did as the quarterback of this team with less. So at this point, it's just kind of getting a little tiring. And again, I always loved Carson. Obviously, didn't like how things ended there at the end of his tenure, because you always kind of felt like he was going to be the guy.
We thought he was going to be Joe Burrow. We thought he was going to be Joe Burrow before Joe Burrow. That's the way I felt about it.
Yeah, and then things ended very sour the way they did, and couldn't stand them for a few years, and then time kind of goes by, and you learn to just deal with things. But at this point, it's just kind of like, Carson, we don't care what you think about the Bengals. You can go ahead and try to spread whatever bad mojo, bad vibes you want, but I think he was one of the guys that maybe even said that Joe Burrow shouldn't even come to Cincinnati to begin with. So maybe he doesn't quite know what he's talking about, kind of speaking out of his ass, for lack of a better term. So
exactly. Yeah, I think it's like you said. Who cares? Who cares? Carson Palmer left. Well, he didn't want. He was going to retire and not play for us. He went to the Raiders, didn't do anything there. Went to Arizona, didn't do anything there. So why does he go rip those two organizations? Because he didn't win there either. You know. So I mean, is it the Bengals or is it you? Because I'm sorry, the year after he left, we went to 5 straight playoffs.
Right.
we didn't win any of them, but we didn't do that when he was here. So
he only made 2 playoff appearances when he was here. I mean, 05 is the one that everybody kind of goes back to and said, oh, that would have been the year we would have made it to the Super Bowl. And I've said it to many people too. Obviously had the situation against the Steelers where he got his knee shredded apart, but he was never quite the same guy after that, even on the field and even off the field. It kind of seemed like some things changed with him, and it wasn't too many years after that. Things completely fell apart, but you look back on it now, we probably wouldn't have had some of the players that we had gotten, with that, with Palmer being still the quarterback, and things happen for a reason. I'm glad where we're at right now. I try not to care too much about what Carson Palmer has to say these days now that he's not been here for 12 years.
Exactly. Well, I got to bring in a special guest here. We got coming in live from the Super Bowl. We got Cap. He was able to jump on. Looking good out there, Cap.
And sadly, the wife's train rail got delayed, so nothing exciting other than the rail system behind me. But the beanery, where the Bengals have basically absolutely taken over that entire block, is insane. I posted a little on Twitter. I'll go live again once I get the wife and her luggage, and what can go wrong? We'll be at a bar drinking with luggage. No big deal.
Sounds like a good plan to me, brother. Sounds like a good plan. So it looks a little warmer there than it does here in Cincinnati. Are you okay out there? You got your suntan lotion and everything.
Oh, you know what? Here. Can you smell my pits right now? It's disgusting. But the good thing is, on Radio Row, happened to see a Old Spice booth that gave me some bomb, like lavender and something elderberry, or I don't know, it's some kind of great smelling deodorant. So
there you go.
Yeah,
that was clutch. Then that was a clutch stop for you.
Hey, I heard Takeo Spikes gave you a shout out on Radio Row today.
He did.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
Everybody told me that I needed to go to Radio Row today, and as much as I wanted to, I knew that we'd have so many Bengals fans here So I had to make a business decision and stick with my guys. So
There you go.
yes, sir. All right, Houday.
Looking
He's
good with
live
the
on
shades, got
an
the-
internet show.
Cartier shades on, I see.
Josh, what'd you say, Josh?
I see Cap's got the Cartier shades on.
Well, I think we found out they weren't Cartier. I can't remember the.
Cincinnati?
Yes, sir.
No kids, black kids, white kids, Hispanic kids, cannot use any of the parks in LA. It's for white snowflakes, the snobs, with their dogs off the leash.
Huh.
Every fucking park in LA is for dogs off the leash only. Anybody wants to do football, soccer, rugby, multi-purpose?
Live
Can't use
TV
the
show,
park.
people.
No sport.
Tell that to everybody.
All right.
Like, you should take, I mean, I know it's too late, it's all about money.
Yeah.
That blood is blood. You should take the front.
All right, we'll just mute that real quick. But I got a $5 super chat from Rowdy Avery Lap. Says T. Higgins for the game-winning touchdown. That sounds good to me. I mean, I think T. Higgins is going to ball out.
That. Some of the conversations that I've had on the rail, bro. It's just been epic.
That was interesting there, right there.
Oh, and hey, I just want to point this out. He was wearing a Tampa Bay Buccaneer shirt. I'm not saying there's any correlation, but but yeah. So Radio Row, man, like everybody, it's too bad. I would love to. I mean, Takio DM'd me and said that he'd see me out here, so I still got to try to run into him. He's one of those guys, and I heard you guys talking about Palmer.
Yep.
He's one of those guys who he had a legit beef. Marvin Lewis came in. He didn't care. He didn't want to rebuild. He didn't want to go through that again. It doesn't matter what Lewis was selling. He wasn't buying it. It was a shame because he didn't go to a playoff game, once he left. But you know what? All these guys looking back, Shane Graham said the same thing. It's like, when he left, he was upset. That business decision type stuff, it hurts. And, I think we can all admit, I think the team would admit that the team hasn't always made the best business decisions in the past. Right. They paid for it. They are definitely making huge strides to correct some of those errors. And guys like Takio are on board. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's why when guys like Palmer, it just continually run his mouth.
Yeah.
You know what? I said on Twitter, this is the biggest moment we've had in decades. Mm-hmm. Like, dude, don't use right now to be petty. And that's what he's doing. He's being petty. Other people have said it. Burrow's doing in far less time what Carson was supposed to do and never did.
With a, like me and Josh just talking about, with a worse offensive line.
Yep. And you know what? Carson was supposed to be that guy. And yeah, he put up some great numbers. He had some good season when he was surrounded with a great offensive line and just talent all over the football field on offense. He had a great season, but what did he do when the chips were stacked against him? What did he do in the playoffs? He crapped the bed.
Yep.
He did. So He's upset. I don't care. He can kick rocks, and we're going to win this thing.
Exactly. That's what me and Josh. What's your thoughts on that, Josh?
As far as I obviously agree with all that. It's kind of the same thing we had just had. The whole Carson Palmer narrative is getting old. He kind of disappeared after he retired, and then all of a sudden it's looking like we're going to get Joe Burrow. We're making playoff runs. We're making Super Bowls, and all of a sudden he wants to come out of his cave in Idaho or whatever he's living at now and make all of his comments. And it obviously riles people up, and they don't want to hear anything negative, especially when we've had the most positive season that we've had in multiple decades. So just like you said, Jeff, I think it's just bad timing on his part, but that's what he's going to do. He doesn't really have too much good to say about the Bengals, and they don't really even talk about him either too much. So it's kind of is what it is.
He should be a forgotten Bengal, to be honest. I mean, and the thing is, like, why? I don't understand the point to coming out and keep already saying the narrative that you said when the Bengals drafted Joe Burrow that he shouldn't come here. They don't spend any money, blah, blah. and that's been completely blown out of the water the last 2 years about them not spending money, and blown out of the water by Joe Burrow, by Jimmy Burrow, by Robin Burrow, saying that they wanted him to come here. They like being here, all this stuff. Why does Carson even have to say anything? Just go away. You're the forgotten Bengal. You're not going to be in the Ring of Honor. You're not going to be able to get into this other stuff. Go enjoy the years you had at Arizona and leave us alone, is what I think.
Perfectly said.
Well,
Hey, Cap, what do you think about the start of my my new beard here? I haven't shaved since the day before the Raiders game, so I'm kind of getting my playoff beard going here. I got a long ways to go before you, but it's kind of getting at that annoying stage. But at this point, after 3 consecutive wins, I realize what I need to do. I just got to keep it rolling.
I like it. You know, it's got a ton of promise. And I'm going to have to run. My wife just texted me she's walking. I don't know where she's walking to because she's not here. So it is now mission find Hubei.
All right. Well, good
So-
luck on Hubei, brother. And hey,
All right.
enjoy yourself out there. I'm completely jealous, but I'm completely excited for you
All
when
right.
you guys get to go.
Hubei.
Day, brother. All right. So he was
That was
able
a
to
nice
jump off. a little bit.
surprise. Wasn't
Yeah,
expecting that.
I wasn't sure if he was going to jump on or not. So that's why I didn't say anything. He was running around there. So I said he'd jump on for a little bit, show us some California sunshine or something. But
Yeah, it looked beautiful out there. I got about 6 inches of snow still on the ground up here. So
yeah, ours is finally starting to melt. So we had a couple of 50 degree days here. So real quick, I want Jeremy or Jeffrey here has asked me a couple times how Jeremy's doing, and Jeremy's my co-host. Well, used to be on here a lot, but he's been busy at work. Anyway, he got in a car wreck about a week or so ago, and I actually was talking to him on the phone right before we went on the air here. He had his back surgery. He's got tubes everywhere, he says. He can move his legs and everything. He's 6 to 10 months of recovery ahead of him. So he said as soon as he can sit up and and not be in complete pain for about 10 minutes or 20 minutes, he's going to come on the show. So that's the update with Jeremy. He's doing better. Surgery went well. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers. So, and he's very upset. Well, he's hoping to get the hell out of there so he doesn't have to watch the Super Bowl in the hospital. That would suck.
well, that's good to hear. I didn't know that he had gotten in an accident until last night. I actually was watching one of your shows and saw some stuff, and then I went back and did a little bit of research. I didn't know that, but how you doing, Jeremy? Hope you quick recovery, and definitely thinking about you. You'll get through this. Just at least they have TV there at the hospital, so you're able to watch it.
Yeah,
So
all I
that's
can
a
watch
plus. Try to concentrate on the positives, and you'll get through it.
Yeah, all I can watch is ESPN. I said, "Oh, cool. You can watch your favorite guy, Stephen A." He goes, "I'm not watching that guy." So let's get back to the comments here. All right, Nick says Palmer quit on us. The fact that he's saying Joe should quit on us too tells me all I need to know about the guy. Yeah, and he's just a big crybaby. He's jealous. He's upset that it didn't go the way he thought it would, and he's blaming everybody else except him. And sorry, you're the guy with the ball. You're the one who played it all the game. So anyway, John says, Carson, don't be like the next Bart Scott. What a crybaby. Jackpot Joey doesn't let things bother him, and he focuses on the task, and that's to win the Super Bowl. And it has a big fat cigar ready. Exactly. And by the way, if you guys are still wanting Jackpot Joey cigars, you got to DM Matty Myers. He's got some. I was running around making some deliveries today too. So I got one. I'm ready to light that bitch up Sunday night. I might light it up right in the bar if they let me.
I think they'll let people get away with quite a bit. I had actually thought about going to Cincinnati. I still have a lot of family that lives in the area, and was going to drive down there, but with work and the kids' schedule, it was going to be hard to. I want to make sure I'm for sure down there for the parade.
Absolutely, dude.
If and when that happens.
I'm actually kind of curious about that. Are they going to actually have a parade? Because I know they're going to have it in the stadium. So, because I know
they'll have a parade.
It's scheduled for Wednesday. I hope they do, because I mean, in '88, all they had was a big rally down at Fountain Square, and that's what they did when the Reds won the World Series in 1990. We never had a parade. So, as far as I know, when the Reds have won anything, we've never had a parade. So I'm hoping they do. I'm assuming they're going to, but I don't know.
I saw a video clip of the mayor on TMZ. He was doing an interview on there, and he said they're already scheduling the parade. So,
Oh, good. Okay, well there you go.
Whether that was said in jest or not, I don't know, but he did say that. But
Well,
that's
I
the reason
hope
I
they have a
didn't go
parade.
down this weekend, because it's about a 4-hour drive. So to go back and forth a couple times within a couple days wasn't going to fit our schedule. But me and the boys will definitely be representing up there in Chicagoland.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. And like I said, the parade is going to be an absolute blast. And most likely they do have a parade. In my opinion, they're going to end it in the stadium. So that's going to be cool. I cannot freaking wait. I'm planning on going down to the stadium when they come home. If it's 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, I don't care. I'm going to be down there. So
yeah, I might just get a wild hair up my rear end too, and just decide to just get in the truck and start heading down. I don't know how I'll react.
I might call you. Like, Josh, let's go. Come on, get down here.
Who knows? I might actually do it. I'm not gonna go ahead and discount that possibility. Many thoughts that went through my head as far as how I'm gonna react when it happens, but man, we're right here. 4 quarters away, buddy. 4 quarters away.
Exactly. Well, and then one thing, I know you got to get out of here pretty quick here.
You can go on a few. I know I told you,
Okay.
but we got some time.
That's cool. Just whenever you got to go, let me know. But one thing I want to bring up, and everybody keeps talking about the Rams defense and Aaron Donald and Von Miller and all these guys and yada yada yada. And how are we going to stop them? Well, my question is, how are the Rams going to score in the Bengals defense? This is the Bengals defense that went into Kansas City and held the Chiefs to 3 points in the second half. Shut them down. In my opinion, the Rams offense isn't any better than Kansas City's. If our defense can do that to Kansas City in Kansas City, then I think Luke can scheme something up for the Super Bowl. So everybody keeps talking about their defense. I think they should be worrying about our defense.
Yeah, I agree. I think Hendrickson has the possibility to give Big Wit some issues over there. Hopefully Henderson can stay healthy and stay going the entire game. I know he's had a few issues throughout the season as far as that goes, getting knocked out here and there, but I think he's got the possibility to give him some issues. And then as Anarumo showed against the Chiefs, they're willing to mix it up, unlike any way that you've seen them do all year, whether it's, just rush 3 guys and drop the rest of them in coverage. They're going to do whatever it takes to win, like they showed against Kansas City. So, yeah, I agree. Our defense isn't being talked about. One part that I'm a little worried about, and we've kind of been lucky that a lot of the teams haven't exploited it a little bit more, because if you go back and look, the Raiders, the Titans, and the Chiefs were all running the ball relatively good against us. And,
right,
when you look at what kind of front we were playing against Kansas City with 3 guys, you could kind of understand that. But even early in the game, McKinnon was ripping off, 8 yards a carry. You go back to the Titans game, they played Henry, but Foreman, what he had,
Foreman was
4
killing
carries for 66 yards. Josh Jacobs ran the ball really well in the Raiders game. They don't have as good as running backs. Michelle and Akers are serviceable, but I think if the Rams were smart, they would probably try to run the ball a little bit more, because we have looked a little vulnerable there. But,
which is surprising. Well, a lot of that is we don't have Larry Ogunjobi. That's he's been a big loss. BJ Hill has balled out. He's played great, and we've had other guys sprinkle in. And I'll even give it to Tyler Shelvin. Shelvin hasn't played much, but when he's been in there, he's got the job done. But losing Larry Ogunjobi has been a big loss, and I think they've done a pretty good job of compensating for that. But again, you are saying we are getting run on more than we used to, and I agree with you with the Tennessee thing. I was down at that game, and I remember telling the Tennessee fans that were in front of me, I said, "You guys should run the backup guy." I didn't know his name at the time. I said, "He's getting more yardage than Derrick Henry is," and he looked at me and goes, "Yeah, I agree with you." I said, "I'm glad you're not," but they should, So
yeah. Dante Foreman just looked like he had more burst in that game, but whatever reason, thankfully they decided that they were gonna ride King Henry, and you could tell he was a little bit slowed up. But then even fast forward, especially that first half of the Chiefs game, it seemed like every time McKinnon got a carry, it was for 8-9 yards,
Right.
and it was putting him in some really good situations early in that game. And obviously, they made some adjustments and stiffened up, and for whatever reason, it didn't seem like the Chiefs were interested in running the ball that much either in the second half.
The Chiefs, and I watched some of the people sent me so many different hype videos and Chief reaction videos and stuff. But this one guy, I guess he does a live stream during the game. I don't even know who he is, and he
I'm
was
sure that
completely like,
magical.
he was completely like, the Chiefs just totally gave this game away. It was ridiculous. I'm like, dude, Patrick Mahomes was completely confused. He didn't know what to do with the ball. The man literally ran around in circles till Sam Hubbard said, all right, F it. And he went after him and he strip sacked him. So
Mhm.
you can say Patrick Mahomes had a meltdown, or you can say, I don't know, the Bengals defense confused him. So, that's where I hate.
Yeah, I think you're probably more correct there on the latter. I think
Yeah.
the Bengals confused them, and they were able to make some big time plays. I mean, Mahomes is always going to make plays, but he probably saw some things that he hadn't typically seen before, and guys weren't getting open, and no matter how much time, because initially you're kind of looking at that game, you're like, holy, too much time, too much time.
Oh,
How
yeah.
does he got this much time?
Uh-huh.
But then you kind of go back and look at things, more objectively, and you're
Right.
like, wow, they had him completely bottled up. Like there
Yeah.
was nobody open.
Yeah, then that goes to the secondary. How good this secondary is. How good Cheetah Bay Woodsy has played. How good Von Bell has played. How good. I mean, Sam Hubbard has been. He drops back. They'll put him in the linebacker position. I mean, these are things that has confused the quarterbacks, and they don't know what to do. I mean, hell, the first play of the game in the Tennessee Titans game, J.C. Bates jumped the route and picks it off. Mike
Mhm.
Hilton makes a play. I mean, there's been so many times that they've made game-changing plays in this playoff run. I mean, let's go back to the first game with the Raiders. Pratt picks the ball off in the end zone to seal the win. Every single playoff win we've had, our defense has made multiple defensive plays that have changed the game. And that's where, I keep saying, I'm going back to my original point that I don't think people are talking about the Bengals defense enough of looking of the whole of what they've done, not only in this regular season, but in this playoff run. So that's where I'm like, I think it might be a defensive struggle at first. I think it's close either way.
And to further your point, as far as that goes, even like not just making plays, but making them in big time moments, crunch
Yes.
time.
Yes.
I can't remember who it is, so I apologize, but I did see a tweet where, and I didn't really think about it until I saw it, but all three quarterbacks that they had played this postseason, their last pass attempt was an interception. And, we sit there and go back and look.
You're right.
At
Yeah.
all those games, they were all close. So those were all huge plays that definitely tilted the game in the Bengals' favor. But yeah, I think our defense is going to step up. I don't think it's going to be, both teams scoring 30 plus points in a shootout. I think both teams are probably going to be in the 20s, and it's going to be close. And
let's be honest, Josh. Matthew Stafford's going to throw us the ball. He's going to. He's done it so many times. I mean, and there was at least 2 or 3 lame ducks that he threw against the Sucky Niners that they should have picked off. And they never
he's
did.
good for a couple plays like that. Even though he's played good in the postseason, as all the Rams fans want to point out, he's always good for a couple of those iffy plays, even if it's a fumble in the pocket, or trying to pull something down and losing the ball, or throwing a stupid trying to think his arm's going to be able to do more than what it can, and throwing a ball that he shouldn't. Yeah, he's always good for 1 or 2 of those plays, and it's going to be up to the defense to continue their hot streak and capitalize on those 1 or 2 moments that they're going to get.
Well, not only that is the Rams themselves melt down. I mean, let's just go back to the Tampa Bay game. I mean, they damn near gave that game away. They snapped the ball over Matthew Stafford's head. Brady makes a play to Evans, and they're back in that game. So, I mean, it's not only Matthew Stafford, it's the Rams themselves that they melt down. And that's where, again, I'm very confident that the Bengals can win this, because they don't. This team, they've been the least penalized team in, I think, I know the AFC, maybe all of football. I'm not sure about that for sure. They've won at least penalized teams in the playoffs. They've won the turnover battle in every playoff game that they played this year. Joe Burrow has only thrown 2 interceptions. One of them is because Samaje Perine messed up. The other one is because, well, in my opinion, the Chiefs were offsides and he chucked it down the field and they never called the offsides. Those are the only 2 interceptions he's gotten. And people want to keep complaining about the sack. Oh, you gave up 9 sacks. Yeah, but he didn't turn the ball over. And that's more important than anything. And that's where they've been very smart and calculated in the way they played. And I just think they're better prepared mentally than the Rams are.
Yeah, I mean, and I think you are correct that they are the least penalized team in the NFL. At least they were for a really long stretch, because I used to hear that, it seemed like every week on a broadcast that they were the least penalized team in NFL. So they've been very good about being smart and, just playing smart, football, and, all the 3 different groups have supported each other and complimented each other in big time ways. And, I don't think we should underestimate the fact of, the coaching, the 2 head coaches knowing each other too. And that could probably factor into some things as well, as far as decision making and what they might try to do.
Well, and also Brian Callahan knows Matthew Stafford. He coached him in Detroit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, a lot of different little connections in there that make this one. It's going to make it more interesting, I think, than a lot of people think. And then, I hear up here Rams are going to blow them out. Rams are going to
get out of here with that crap.
This and that.
Yeah,
but
the Chiefs are supposed to blow us out. That didn't happen either.
Exactly. And but if you look at it, I mean, if you look on paper and just stats, I mean, we're pretty evenly matched with the Rams, across the board, offensively and defensively.
Well, I think offensively we're more talented, to be honest. I'll get the Dale's comment here real quick before I get to that. But he's got over under on Trey's sacks. Well, he's got.
I think Trey goes over 1.5 sacks.
Yeah, I'm with you too, and I love Witt. I love Big Witt. I do, but I think Trey's going to get him. I really do.
Yeah, I think Trey gets 2 sacks in this one.
Yeah, and the thing is now for the Bengals, I think we can't give up 9. No matter what I keep talking about here, we can't give up 9 sacks again. But if we can hold them to 2 to 4 sacks, 4 at the most, I think that bodes well for the Bengals moving forward. What do you think about that as far as the sacks go for the Bengals?
Well, I mean, obviously the least the better, but Aaron Donald's going to get his. I think Leonard Floyd actually concerns me a little bit more than Von Miller getting there. Maybe everybody's concentrated a little bit more, with the blocking schemes and whatnot to try to combat Aaron Donald and Von Miller, and it opens it up a little bit for Floyd. But, I'd say you're probably in that range. I probably hit the sweet spot if we could somehow limit it to 2 or 3. But
2 or 3, it's over, dude.
Kidding ourselves if Aaron Donald's not going to impact the game, whether that's with sacks or pressures. He's going to force the Bengals to have to adjust what their game plan is to try to halt his progress. So he's going to impact the game in a big time way. He's the best defensive player, arguably ever.
He's the best one in football right now.
League, so
they have to find some way to at least minimize what he does. They're not going to stop him. I agree with you like that. They're not going to.
I always lean towards Lawrence Taylor being my most, the best defensive player ever. But
I'm
Aaron
with you there.
Donald's right up there in that caliber.
When I was a kid, that LT was the man. I don't get I like Haas's comment here. He said, take it all the way back to training camp where the defense was giving our offense trouble. They were way better than people gave them credit for then. And that's the thing too. And
that's a great point.
Well, if you guys remember the beginning of the year, we won because of our defense. Because Jack Powell wasn't all the way back with his knee. He wasn't totally comfortable yet. The offense wasn't clicking as it is now, which still ain't clicking all that great, to be honest. In the offense, we're in the postseason, we're kicking more field goals than we are touchdowns. But this defense has been the most consistent part about this team all season.
Yeah, they've showed up from the get-go. I mean, they've had a few rough patches. The Jets game is the one that kind of sticks out in my mind more so than any game.
Yeah,
that they kind of didn't show up that week. But other than that, even in some of the games that we lost, like the Bears game, for instance, I was at that one, but they played great that day. It was the offense that kind of fell short as far as getting the job done. But yeah, I agree. They've been outside of maybe the special teams unit, and they had their one game against the 49ers where that was just a complete travesty watching that. But yeah, I would say they've been the most consistent. But in the last half of the season, the offense has been fairly consistent until we got here to the postseason. The red zone efficiency's been down. I think that's going to be another key part of this game. I think we're going to move the ball. We're going to get in scoring range. Are we going to be able to put it in for 6 instead of 3? You know, that's going to be a huge key to this game.
And I'll roll that back to what David Fulcher said on my show earlier this week. He's like, if in the 88 Super Bowl, he goes, if we scored 1 touchdown instead of kicked the field goal, we would have won. And that's why it's so, like you just said, it's so important. I love Money Mac, shooter, whatever, leg cannon, whatever. I love them, but I want touchdowns. We need to get touchdowns as much as we can. I'll get to Irma's comment here, or Ira, sorry. If we double Aaron Donald, that leaves our tackles 1-on-1. I'm worried about Jonah, but I'm worried about our right tackle as well. Or I'm not worried about Jonah. I'm worried about our right tackle. And
exactly.
And
that goes back to my point with the Leonard Floyd Von Miller thing. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, Isaiah Prince has actually played pretty good, but this is, these are a different beast. So yes, we all know the offensive line is an issue, and I've been saying it this way, where I give the credit to Zach Taylor, where I think, and I was watching the Chiefs game, and in the moment, I'm getting pissed off. Like, why are you running it almost every first down? I mean, it seemed like that, but I think he was doing that to protect the offensive line, to protect Joe, and to take his shots when he needed to strategically or whatever. Because and eventually the dam broke and Mixon was able to get some yardage. But I think Zach has done a hell of a job coaching around the offensive line deficiencies. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think he's adjusted as the years went on. I think a lot of it was trying to protect Burrow more than anything. Joe wasn't comfortable, and I think he's even said, I think he said that he felt comfortable before the season started, but I think you could really tell.
Yeah.
He might have said something, I can't remember interview, but it was the Steelers game when he took off, made a couple guys miss in the pocket.
Yes.
And took off for a first down. That was the first time that I think he mentally was like, okay, this is good to go now. And I think you even saw the reins kind of get taken off a little bit after that. But yeah, I think early on it was very much so. It was more so trying to protect Joe than anything else. And they still found ways to win early on in the season despite having to kind of keep the reins pulled a little bit.
Right. Exactly. Jeff Holmes got a question here. He says, did Josh say he's from Chicago? And if so, is he a White Sox or Cubs fan?
I'm a Reds fan, baby.
Yeah, he is.
I was born in Cincinnati, lived there till I was 10 years old. And then we moved to Southern Indiana, but I always kept my Bengals and my Reds roots. So I get a lot of flack.
It's in his veins, baby. It's in his veins, people.
Yeah, I get a lot of flack from the Cubs fans up here, but it makes it a little bit more enjoyable when your team's the one winning and they're losing. So, it's really enjoyable right now, especially Reds kind of owned the Cubs last year. So, and the Bengals are good and the Bears aren't so good. So I've kind of got bragging rights with thousands of people up here. So it's good right now.
Exactly. And well, hopefully baseball will figure it out and we can actually have baseball when football's over, but I don't know what's going on with that.
I'm not even thinking baseball.
Dude, me too. Like my wife was
talking about the draft and free agency. I'm like, we're in a Super Bowl. I'm talking about the Super Bowl. That's all I want to talk about right now.
Josh, it's February and I could not tell you who the draft or I don't even know who's picking number 1. I don't care. That's
I think it's
so cool
the Jaguars, but I have a buddy that's a Jaguars fan. So
there you go.
That makes it a little bit, but I believe it's the Jaguars. But again, I don't care about the draft. Monday rolls around. Maybe if I, wake up out of a celebratory stumble and I stumble up and, hey, maybe I'll look at it. But I'm not interested in free agency. I'm not interested in the draft. Not interested in baseball. I can't even hardly lock into basketball right now. I'm a huge college basketball nut.
Same way.
It's all Bengals all the time.
there's been so many like good college basketball games, and I start watching.
Yeah.
I'm going, screw that. I want to watch the NFL Network. I want to hear something about the Bengals. I don't care about any of this other stuff. I'm so locked in on the Bengals.
There's
It's
been so much
ridiculous.
content between social media and whether it's ESPN or NFL Network. I can't even keep up with all that with the Bengals, and I'm recording like every single thing I can see, and all my DVR is just completely filled with Bengals and NFL, and this game, Chiefs game. I've watched a Chiefs game, I swear, like 5 or 6 times.
I watched it 10. I watched it 10 times
You
already.
got me beat. Yeah, so that's all I'm worried about right now. It's all I even want to talk about.
Yeah, my wife was asking me earlier today. She goes, she likes football. She's more of a football girl than baseball. She tolerates baseball because of me. And she goes, "Is baseball, are they locked out or something?" I go, "It's like, yeah." She goes, "Well, you haven't said anything about it." I'm like, I don't care right now. Like, I don't give a crap if they're
We'll
locked
worry
out.
about that next week.
Yeah, well, yeah. After football season, then I'm like, all right, come on, let's go play some baseball. But
After
nah,
the Super Bowl parade, we'll
Yes.
start transitioning
Oh,
into
dude.
some Reds baseball.
Josh, can you believe we're actually like serious? We're not even joking. We're seriously talking about a Super Bowl parade. I mean, that's
Yeah,
like
I know.
that's like real
It's
talk.
unreal.
It's I still get giddy about it. Like, holy crap! Like we were at the Bengals pep rally Monday, and I went live on there, and I'm like, I'm in PBS in freaking February celebrating my team going to the Super Bowl. What? I'm like, this is
We
awesome.
deserve it, especially all you guys, like Bengal Jim and you guys that have season tickets that show up. And, even when it was before we had good seasons, you guys were there and 2-win seasons and showing up every week. Like I said earlier in the show,
Bengal Jim
we
and
deserve it. You guys deserve it the most, though.
I would say Bengal Jim and Houday Baby been there longer than I have. So
Yeah. I mean, there's so many. We're obviously not doing it justice, but because there's so many fans out there that have been long tenured season ticket holders. But I'm obviously happy for myself and happy to pass that love on to my my boys. But
and the thing is, just think of what your boys get to enjoy now, because this ain't going to be a one. I don't think this is going to be a one and done, dude. This is going to be a multiple, at least 10, 15 years where we are in not playoff contention. Josh, Super Bowl contention year after year after year. Dude, we lived through the 90s.
Yeah.
The 90s. The lost
rough.
decade. We lived through that, and we were still Bengals fans. We're finally getting rewarded. And there's so many times when I watch these other teams, like when the Buccaneers will win the Super Bowl, or like say the Cubs win the World Series, or all these teams who haven't done anything in years. I'm like, when the hell is that going to happen for my team?
Right.
It is now, and it's happening Sunday.
Yeah.
It's
amen, brother.
It's unbelievable. I'm just so freaking happy. It's so
Sunday's
awesome.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be pretty much. I've already told my son he's kind of in. He's got a soccer league that's just kind of for fun. He plays soccer, normally, but this league's just for fun. And I've already told him he don't have to go to that game. It's in like early afternoon. We're not going to that game. We're locking in. We're getting game ready as soon as we wake up. It's turn the TV on. Super Bowl coverage is a lot different than the normal playoff game. And
it starts at 9 a.m.
Right in the
NFL
morning.
Network starts at 9
We'll
a.m.
get it going, get the food going, and get ready to party.
I'm ready, dude. I know NFL Network starts at 9 a.m. I think Fox 19 locally here, I think they're starting at like 7 a.m. I'll already be up. I can tell you that right now. I might be up by like 5 or 6 in the morning because I ain't gonna be able to sleep.
I promise you, I'm hoping to have the problem on my hands of deciding whether I'm just gonna jump straight in my truck and start heading to Cincinnati or not Sunday night. Believe
hey,
me,
if you do, you better call me. You're like, hey, dude, I'm coming.
Yeah, I hope that's an issue that I have to worry about.
Exactly.
Work would be a different issue. I'd have to let them know I'm not going to be there Monday.
Dude,
but
just tell them you got Bengalitis, all right?
I think they'll understand. It's pretty clear that I'm a pretty big Bengals fan. Been repping them all season, and even before that, so everybody knows.
Oh yeah, I already told a couple people at work, like they're like, well, I don't work on Mondays anyway, so I actually have to work tomorrow. I work Tuesday through Saturday, and a couple of them are like, you coming to work Monday? I said, no, I'm off. Like, oh yeah, and I go, I'm off anyway. But I said, but Wednesday I won't be in here.
Yeah.
Like, why? I'm going to the victory parade. Like, I ain't gonna be in here.
Exactly. Yeah, be a good week to have just a full week vacation and just
Hell
soak it
yeah.
all in and party.
I think I'll just be sick. I just have Bengalitis the whole week. Just say screw it. All right, Josh, man, it's 6:20. I know you stayed on here a lot longer than you thought you could, so I appreciate you. Tell everybody about your Twitter handle. You get you some more followers.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. It's at JCAV_8. So that's JCAV_8. You know, I'd appreciate follow. Shoot me a message. I'll make sure I follow you back. I did have a giveaway. I gave away a jersey last week, so that was a lot of fun. The guy picked the T. Higgins black jersey, so I think his was at Birdman33. So he's gonna be getting a T. Higgins jersey here soon. Trying to think of some other ideas, but just trying to spread that Who Dey love to everybody. And there's a lot of it going around, a lot of cool giveaways and things like that. It's just so cool to see the Bengals being talked about so positively across. And, you know, there was a lot of people that tried to get that, win that jersey giveaway that weren't Bengals fans. So
No.
it's pretty cool to see people wanting to. I got kids up here that are Bears fans. Their dads are messaging me, hey, where can I get a Joe Burrow jersey? You know, they're all sold out. So it's Bengals fever everywhere, and it's just so cool to be in the moment and getting to see all the things that we had dreamt about for decades starting to come to reality. So
Exactly.
like we said, might be on a 10, 15-year run, hopefully. But you know, like I've told all these guys, and as long as Joe Burrow's behind center, the sky's the limit. You know, who knows
Absolutely.
what we could be talking about here. I hope we get to the point that NFL fans are sick of seeing us win.
Me too. I love it. I would love it.
That would be great if it was to the point where they all hated us because we were winning so much. You know, I
my
will
God.
take that.
You know how cool that would be? Like, dude, like right now, everybody loves us. We're the lovable Bengals. We haven't won anything, blah, blah.
It was like the Patriots in 01. Everybody was all on board. And you know who they played in that Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
They played the Rams.
The Rams, yes.
So,
the Rams,
yes.
yep.
So the Rams were kind of the darling, and here comes the Patriots. And everybody kind of fell in love with the Patriots at that point. And then, you know, what was it? 6 Super Bowls later, everybody's like, I'm sick of seeing the Patriots. So who knows? Why not us, right?
Exactly. And the thing is, Josh, it is us, brother. It is us.
That's right.
All right, Josh.
Who Dey, everybody. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Who Dey, bro. Take it easy, man. All right, guys. Like I said, I hope you enjoy it. Josh is a great dude. Him and West Coast Mark used to do the Bengals Brawl podcast. I wish they could get on another one. They were great guys to get on there. But check him out. He does do giveaways on his Twitter. So check him out. It's almost 6:30. I think I want to roll on out of here. But let me thank the Facebook groups that let me live stream, and I appreciate every single one of them. They are Who Dey Nation, Who Dey Legion, Cincinnati Reds, riding third, heading for home, Bearcat Country, Bearcat Ruckus, the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Cave, and then you follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Trunipole. TikTok is at Iceman90. Twitter, I'm over 2,000 followers, which is awesome. So like I said, if you're watching me on Facebook or if you're watching me on Twitter and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I'm at 1,498 subscribers on YouTube. Go there, hit the subscription button, hit the bell for the notification, and every time I go live, you'll be notified. I would love to get to like 2,000 subscribers. That would be awesome. So if you follow me on Facebook, you follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Again, updating my boy, Jeremy D. He's out of surgery. He's got tubes coming out everywhere, he said. He can move his legs. He's about 6 to 10 months out of recovery. So he said as soon as he's able to sit up for at least 10, 20 minutes, maybe longer, he's going to come on the show, and he'll give you guys an update. And he appreciates all the love and support that you guys have given him. He said it's overwhelming. So keep it up. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He's got a long way to go till he gets completely healed. But the good thing is he can completely heal. He didn't pass away. He's able to walk, so those are two good things. So thank you, God, for doing that, and just help continue to heal him. And hopefully next year when the Bengals go to the Super Bowl, Jeremy will be at the Super Bowl, hopefully with me. That'd be awesome because I want to go. Anyway, Happy Friday. Next time you see me, we're going to be talking about a Super Bowl victory. And that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Let's go. Stripes, 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 yeah, stripes, stripes, yeah. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast disobey, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who they, time to put your hands up. Bingo stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fit it. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the pounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white.